All right, so this is our little comprehension check for just like a review of the book. So I have my book out, so if you follow along with me, that's great. Otherwise, you're going to want to get out all of your packets from days 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and you can use those and check on the reading for that. It says, from the information on page 4, it can be inferred that tarantulas are known for being each of the following except... Okay. From the information on page 4, which is this one, it says, it can be inferred that tarantulas are known for being the following. They are known for being scary, being hairy, so hairy, being large, being very big, it says. So except, those wouldn't work. And creepy, it says right here, creep. But it doesn't say that they're new. It says that it says the colors, some of them are orange. In fact, there are still more than 800 known, there are more than 800 known tarantulas. And they're finding new ones all the time. So from the information on page 4, it can be inferred that tarantulas are known for being each of the following except for, they are not, they talk about how they've been around for a long time. New. What is the writer's first impression of Rick West? So the writer talks about right here. West is one of the world's leading tarantula experts, and his interest in the giant spiders often takes him from his home in British Columbia. His interests are not typical. He lacks intelligence. He is ambitious. He has ambitious goals. He is distinguished. I think right here it says, right here, West says he is not like most people. He's a man who is fascinated by tarantulas and who regularly travels to the jungles. So I would say he's not regular. His interests are not regular. So A. The word remote in paragraph 2 on page 9, remote. Often this incredible species of spider is the biggest and baddest of them all, of the Goliath tarantulas. The Goliath can now grow over 30 centimeters wide, with fangs up to 5 centimeters long. This huge spider makes its home in remote rainforest. So remote rainforest, far away, distant. Damp? No. Compact? No. Distant? Yes. Far away. Humid. Even though the place is humid and damp, that does not describe what the word remote means. Remote means distant. Which of the following summarizes what Rick says on page 10? So I have to look at page 10. This is the part where he was talking about, West is one of the world's leading tarantula experts. So he talks about this. Over the years, Rick has become a great supporter of tarantulas and devoted much of his time. He's trying to get away. In this section, he's trying to let people know that they are getting a bad rap, that tarantulas are pretty safe creatures. Which of the following summarizes what Rick says on page 10? Humans don't usually treat tarantulas poorly. The Goliath tarantula is worse than fictional tarantulas. Some species of tarantulas occasionally kill humans, when we know that's not true. People are generally misinformed about tarantulas, and it would be D. That's what his whole point is. He talked about that malaligned, like people are not informed correctly. In paragraph 2 on page 13, in paragraph 2, page 13, them refers to, he talks about the caves. Rick also notes that it is not always an enjoyable place. You know there are snakes in there, he reports. You can hear the bats starting to swirl as you enter the cave. You just don't know where they are. So that creeps you out. West explains that for him, exploring these caves and discovering the unknown secrets that lie within them is something he must do. So he's talking to 13. It says on paragraph 2, page 13, them is referring to the tarantulas, because he says he doesn't know where they are. He can hear the bats swirling around. Well, actually, I don't know. Let's read that again. You can hear the bats starting to swirl around as you enter the cave. You just don't know where they are. So that creeps you out. Oh, he's talking about the bats. Okay. Which of the following is suitable heading for paragraph 2 on page 14? I'm not going to lie. I'm not really fond of this whole thing, but that's okay. We'll go with it for today. On which of the following is a suitable heading for paragraph 2 on page 14? After he's taken a look, West notes that there's indeed a tarantula in the burrow. You can see a tarantula in it, he explains. I won't know what kind it is until I get it out. With this comment, West bends toward... Oh, this is the one where he's trying to get the stick, the tarantula out with the stick, and he gets it from the other side. He's trying to. Tarantula teased out of the burrow. Rare tarantula escapes. Goliath found in... Well, we don't know what it is yet because he hasn't got it out. Burrow not deep enough. Well, he doesn't know what it is yet because he doesn't get it out. And he says he pushes it toward the hole, but he says with concern, I don't know if I can get it. The spider is still deep within the burrow. I would say this one right here, because they don't tease it out yet. So I would say that one. Because nothing escapes. It doesn't escape. Nothing is found, and they don't get it out. So it's pretty much that's your only choice. Rick needs a tool that can cut blank. He can move through the thick jungle. Needs a tool that can cut blank. He can move so he can move through the jungle. Which he can move? Yes, so. It's kind of different, all these hard questions, and then the word so. Where is the first weapon one has to watch for on a tarantula is located? Do you guys remember this? It's on its abdomen, remember? It'll rub its back feet together. And it says it has those tiny hairs on its abdomen. And it rubs its legs on its back, on its abdomen. So you want to watch for its... Well, technically you watch for the back legs on the abdomen. But the weapon is actually the hairs on the abdomen. On page 20, the writer questions if spider hunters ever feel frightened, live too dangerously, carry medicine for poison, or can see in the dark. On page 20, it says the writer questions the spider hunters. If spider hunters. Oh, be frightened. I wonder if they feel fear. Yeah, so if they're frightened. What will cause a tarantula to harm a person? If the hurt person moves too quickly, if the person hurts or frightens it, if the person doesn't stay calm, if the person tries to catch it. What will cause a tarantula to harm a person? Do you remember what they said? Right here. Unless you do something to injure it or scare it, they will just walk away. So injure it, to hurt or frighten it. On page 24, the silk is described as not to be trusted because it's poison. The silk is described as not to be trusted because it isn't poison, it isn't reliable, it isn't silk, or it isn't harmless. Huh? Well, it says right here. Okay. The silk is soft, but the softness is not to be trusted. The truth is the silk is extremely dangerous, even deadly for any small animal or insect unlucky enough to come across it. It's like a tripwire, which leads the Goliath to know that it's in the range. Because it's... What? The silk is described as not to be trusted because it isn't. What? The silk is soft, but its softness is not to be trusted. The truth is it's dangerous. It's like a tripwire. It isn't harmless. On page 26, why does the writer point out that the Goliath can't hurt humans? To reinforce that tarantulas are not deadly, to explain why tarantulas kill a mouse, to prove that the tarantula is not the king of spiders, to defend tarantulas against research, to reinforce that tarantulas are not deadly. Yeah, if their bite's only as bad as a bee sting. Whoops. So on this page, it's just some words that we've talked about. Having sharp points that curve backwards. Oh, the words are cut off. So go ahead and cross this one out. You can't see. There's like 3 or 4 words cut off. Let's see if we can do this one. Tarantula expert Rick West has traveled into the dense rainforest of French Guiana to find Goliath tarantulas in their natural habitat. West's intention is to educate people about tarantulas since the spiders have often been given a bad rap. Although they carry venom in their fangs and have been known to bite humans when threatened, they are usually not deadly. However, their venom does prove to be a valuable weapon against their prey. The Goliath is a very dangerous predator for birds and other small animals. The directions are to read the paragraph and then match the words with the correct. So the word poison would go with venom. A tool used to harm or kill, a weapon. A thick or crowded together, that would be dense. The area in which an animal lives is its habitat. An animal that kills and eats other animals is the predator. Animals killed for food by other animals would be prey. A negative general opinion about the quality of something which is untrue without reason. Bad rap. There we go.